You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show.
Yeah.
Woo! Hello, everybody. Thanks for doing, and we're here with the sad music doing the final after show in the studio for NBC's The Voice Season 4, Episode 27.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I'm Jason Ikeler.
I'm Jason Rosenberg.
And I'm Chloe West, and I'm so sad it's our last one.
It's been so fun. But we do have good news.
But it's the good news.
Tomorrow,
What's tomorrow?
we're doing a big live finale event at the John Lovitz Comedy Club in Universal City. It starts right at 8 o'clock, and we're going on live, and then we're doing the after show. And if you're in the LA area, please come and join us. We've got a roster full of guests.
We have so many amazing voice guests, previous voice contestants,
Yes.
contestants from this year coming on. They're all going to be performing their new stuff, talking about all what they've been working on, and talking about The Voice.
And you don't want to miss it.
And not at all.
We'll tell you who at the end of the show.
We'll
so
tell you
keep
who, and also
listening.
make sure that if you go onto John Lovett's Comedy Club website, you put in the promotional code ABTV to get $5 off your ticket.
And you
Heck
can
yeah.
use that code at the door. FYI.
Yeah. So
You wanna
come
go-
by.
go
It's
this
so
way.
That's new to
fun.
me. I didn't know that, so that's
Yeah,
even better.
there you go.
Don't forget to say ABTV.
For sure, for sure, for sure. So, you guys, we lost Amber Carrington and Sasha Allen last week.
How?
Ouch.
How?
Ouch, ouch. So, I don't think any of us are happy going into the finale.
Other than Michelle.
Yeah, I wanted Amber to win, so I'm very sad about that. And when she was singing Home, I got a little emotional watching it.
Yeah.
But we're back. They are gone, so we have to move on. So they're home. This is just really sad. First, let's talk about the Swan Brothers from
Yes.
Team Blake. Their first performance tonight was I Can't Tell You Why by the Eagles.
Why don't we just talk about Zach, because Colton didn't do
sing.
much.
The Swan Brother. Let's do the Swan
I
Brother.
mean, let me be honest. I love Zach. I
Zach's
think
great.
Zach's great. Colton
I think-
is terrible, and I honestly think Zach should dump him.
I think Zach should dump him, but I don't think Zach would make it without him. I think his gimmick is that they're the brothers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's that good.
On his
Because
own.
I can't tell you why they sang this song, because this is my problem with the Swan Brothers. They don't have a sound. They have no distinctive sound. So whatever song they're doing, they just adapt that song. And I've said this before, but they sound like whatever artist they're covering. And they sounded like the Eagles on this. They sounded good, but they didn't do anything to make it their own.
Yeah.
I was actually very excited when found out that this was a song, because to me it was like, this is really the first time all season to me where it's not like a real country style song. It's kind of almost, even though it's Eagles, almost R&B like.
Yeah, it does kind of have an
It has an
R&B
R&B feel
to it.
to it. So it's like, I'm interested to see what the Swan Brothers can do with it.
And what they
And-
did was make it flat.
And they made it
Yeah.
fun. All their falsetto harmonies, it
just
seemed to me
horrible.
were off in all of them. I mean, now we're listening to it, so when we listen, it sounds a little better, but still overall very off.
And in Big Brother Swan, I noticed this in a couple of his performances tonight. He can't like look out and hold like a thought through. He like, if he starts to emote, he looks down to the ground.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because
And it's
he's so
distracting.
close to connecting with the audience, and then he just leaves it. Whereas Colton connects very well. But
Yeah,
he
I mean, he's
can't
got to
sing.
be good at something.
Yeah.
Well,
he
Coleman's got
can't
a
do
big smile on his
anything.
face the whole time. He's like, I'm still here. All right.
Oh my gosh.
But people really like the Swan Brothers.
I know.
They are charting in iTunes every week, and people are sharing
were
on
number
YouTube
one
and
last
iTunes
week.
and Twitter that they like them. We don't get it.
You know what? I'm really surprised they didn't do a Brooks and Dunn song this
Yeah.
entire season.
Yeah.
I was thinking that during the song. I'm like, why haven't they done a Brooks and Dunn song?
But you know what? Brooks
Have they
and
done
Dunn
Big and
are
Rich?
kind of bigger, have a big range, and I think they maybe vocally can't do something like that.
Well, like you were saying before, how they don't have their own sound, they just adapt. Because Brooks and Dunn, both of them have two distinct sounds. That it would be Zach trying to do two
Do both
distinct
of them.
sounds. Yeah.
Zach
which would
singing
work.
harmony with Zach.
Yeah, it would be rough.
It'd be better than Zach singing harmony
I'm
with
gonna call
Colton. Oh, burn!
All right, let's talk about the one Swan Brothers song. Oh no, they did Danny's
They did
song.
Danny's song next.
Danny's song was
And-
Which was good.
Which was good, but it's kind of like, again, they sound like, I don't know who sings Danny's song.
I thought it was
but-
better than how they did it last week,
See,
personally.
I didn't
thought
think
it was
they
a little
did
better.
anything to make it different. It was why I was kind of disappointed.
I think really the only difference is they did, tonight was the first night all season where everyone sang the entire song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when Michelle and Danielle went back and redid their songs, they like had a different setup or a different approach to it, and they did the exact same thing that they did last week. So I just kind of felt like, what was the point of
Well,
even
the only
watching
thing, well, they
this?
just did this one last week.
Yeah.
So they might have not had too many ideas on changing things with it.
And I don't think if they did, I can't tell you why, they should have done Danny's song, because they're almost too similar. They need to.
They're so similar. That's what I was thinking, and it was like, okay, the first one was kind of slow, and now you're giving me
Yeah, now
another
you're
slow
bringing us
one.
down
One that's
again.
even slower.
Yeah, and like, I mean, honestly, unless they're doing a super upbeat one, they're already kind of boring.
Yeah.
So, God, I feel bad being so mean to them, but they just don't
They're
do
just
anything
not.
for me.
They're not winners.
Well,
you know
well,
what
They're
I
not
mean?
swinners.
They're not swinners.
Well, let me ask you guys that I kind of like, hinted a little bit when we were watching it. Do you think doing something like this where they just performed a song a week ago, will it hurt them with the iTunes votes?
I think so.
I don't know though, because if you think about it, not in terms of The Voice, but in terms of artists selling music, if an artist has a new single out, they go on different shows and sing it over and over again and promote it. So they might actually be at an advantage, because if people heard it this week and was like, oh yeah, I forgot to buy that last week.
That's true.
So I don't necessarily think it's gonna. I don't think
See,
I'd be
I kinda-
surprised if
I
any
kinda
of the
disagree. I
repeat
think it would.
performances chart. Honestly,
I wouldn't think any of them would chart, but I just think in the matter with Michelle's and Danielle's, how the ones that they did were several weeks ago. Maybe it happened to be someone who
missed that week
missed
or
that
something.
week. I mean, granted, there obviously could be some people that missed last week also, but you think the ratings always get up the closer you get to the finale. So the semifinals, a lot less people miss that than say 5 weeks ago when Danielle did her song or Michelle did her song.
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
I
Because
think
I
so.
actually would think Michelle's at the biggest disadvantage just because that song is so current, but she charted with it last time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because she made
who
it
knows?
so different.
Yeah.
She made it rock. But I actually loved the Swan Brothers' third song.
You
they
did?
sang Celebrity with
Yeah.
Blake.
I thought it was
I thought Blake was great.
fun. Blake was great, and Colton didn't sing anything, so.
Colton didn't literally sang nothing. He
did
sang a couple
nothing.
oohs
No,
and ahs.
Yeah, he did ooh.
Do you guys know what this reminded me of?
What?
If Blake Shelton was like helping a Make-A-Wish kid make their dreams come true.
Oh my God.
And he's like, you know what? I feel bad for you. You're not talented, but I'm gonna sing with you. And he's like in the middle of the stage, and they're just on the sides of the stage. I'm sorry, that's it.
There goes our 5 stars.
It was charitable. It was horrible. They are not on the same level as Blake.
No, they're not.
No,
And
I
it
thought
like
Zach held
it
his
looks
own.
like
I
I don't
Zach
think he
did.
did.
Zach, well, Zach did
I think
good.
I think it looked like Zach was karaokeing next to an artist, because even if
I
Blake
think the
isn't
Swan
like
Brothers are
vocally the
always
best,
karaokeing.
Blake has so much personality when
Yeah.
he sings, and I like this song because of Blake. But again, with the Big Swan, he can't connect to it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the personality of but
So it was really charitable of Blake to sing with
and
them.
then Colton the whole time playing his guitar, bombing his head up and down. He's like, I'm on stage with Blake Shelton.
Colton looks like he
All right.
is doesn't have any brains.
No, he doesn't. It's true though. Guys, if you're listening and you're mad, it's not our fault if we're honest. We're not gonna lie.
Yeah, and again, we should clarify, it's not because we might not be a fan of country music per se, it's because we don't think these guys deserve to be in the finals.
Exactly.
I'm a huge fan of country
Yeah, and
music.
you're a big country fan.
I love me some Reba.
Oh, ooh.
Parades.
Great. No, but okay, the lines that Blake did sing, it was great because you knew he specifically chose to sing those.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because they, like this one, like, because he
On
has
the
so much of the
tabloids.
tabloids going on right now. And, like, when he's saying this stuff about being a jackass, like, that was so great. It was so funny.
I think the Swan Brothers can learn from this because look at Blake connecting to a song and making it his own. And this is why he's so successful because
Yeah.
he has so much personality in his music. And that's
Oh my
what they're
gosh.
lacking.
Yeah, all Blake's music is personality.
Yeah.
Especially everything that's coming out post Voice is only personality, I feel
Yeah.
like.
I mean, he's had a couple good ballads, which he's good at too, but his huge hits are all like True to Back, True to Back, True to Back.
Yeah,
Spit.
that's my dad's favorite song.
I'm obsessed
My
with
dad
that.
will sing that song up and down the house.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought, way to go, Blake, Swan Brothers. And this was their last performance. Nothing they did was memorable tonight.
I thought the Swan Brothers by far were the worst of the three tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. I think so too.
I don't think there was any doubt about it.
But I don't want to say they're going home first because then they might win. Because every time I've predicted them to go home, they advance on.
They keep going.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Everyone loves them Okies.
And
Shakira loved the Okies. She had the little flag.
she did.
Shakira
I love how
was
she was
hilarious.
supporting every team today.
Yeah.
She has no more people.
And guys, just like Shakira supports the team, we need all the AfterBuzz listeners to support us by going to our brand new
look
website.
at your segue.
I know, look at that transition. AfterBuzzTV.com. It's
I like
all
that
new,
segue.
and it's so much easier to use
It really
now.
is.
And we've got pictures
And it's
showing
prettier.
everything we've talked about. You can see the YouTube links, the iTunes links right there. You can read our bios. You can read the guest bios. And we'd love your feedback. So check it out and tweet it to us, email us, do what you got to do. But please let us know what you think. Again, it's AfterBuzzTV.com.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
New website.
That was a fantastic segue. As
you.
a professional seguer, I thought that was a fantastic segue.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna segue into Michelle Shamwell next.
And that one was a.
I know, but it's Michelle, so you should be excited.
I'm very
regardless.
excited, regardless. Yes.
Christian has been on Team Michelle since the
Day
beginning.
one.
And just
First
before he
episode.
reminds us, we'd like to remind him.
First
So
episode.
Michelle did Trouble by Taylor Swift again, and this was not one of my favorite performances by her in the competition. I thought she should have done True Colors as her like kickback song.
I agree.
But I will say this time I thought she started out stronger and ended stronger. The middle I just thought was kind of a mess again.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I thought the last time she did this was better than this one. Overall, as far as this song.
But I think this time after the bridge, she took it home and then it got really good. And like her first line in the beginning, but then right here she lost it.
I just think she sounded completely out of breath the entire song.
Yep.
Her lack of vocal training showed a little bit in this, and that she just couldn't maintain her sound. Every time she moved, she lost it, and she lost it.
If she would do it like all in her chest voice and like belt it, the chorus would be
it would've been
epic.
crazy.
But she's trying to go like I knew you were, and like going from chest to head voice, and it just sounds inconsistent, and
Yeah.
it's so much softer up there. And if she's gonna go up there, she needs to make it loud.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of what you're saying is, if you want like the defining song of her from this season, I would say either True Colors or I would even say Grenade when she did that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was-
that was fantastic also.
I think True Colors she should have done, but because Usher gave her Why by Annie Lennox,
Yeah.
I think
I can understand
it would've-
See,
why
and I
didn't
think
do
she
it.
This is a better
had the
decision.
best spectrum of songs over the night.
Do you think
Or she could have just gone to her blind audition and did I Kissed a Girl.
that would have been awesome?
That would have been so fun.
Do you think she did the Taylor Swift one to pull in T Swift country fans?
It would make
I
sense.
think that'd
That's
be
a good
really
strategy.
smart, actually.
Because when, like, for the Swan Brothers to do the Eagles song, it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
And her next song was an Annie Lennox song, so that's a bit tough to pull, to pull Annie Lennox fans in.
That's true.
And then
'cause-
this was her one current song as
Yeah.
well.
yeah, I don't know. I thought,
I have a feeling that
think
might be
that's
why
actually very
Usher
smart.
picked
That is a
it.
good idea.
because I didn't think about that at all.
at you.
I know.
Look at you.
Good strategy. I do like though, because we always talk about how Michelle's just on stage by herself. I love seeing her with the band.
Yeah.
No, she rocked out with the band well.
I think she looks so much more comfortable on stage when she's with the band.
And I like when she walked into the judges. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
See, this is when she got it back.
and now rock out the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And she has those high notes, so she would just
she can do 'em.
belt them every time.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Michelle, when you make your album.
Well, when we love this part, now we get into song 2.
Song 2
Which is
was
Why.
a perfect song choice. Why by Annie Lennox. I'm obsessed with this song.
I thought this was the best song of the night overall.
And this is a perfect finale song because
Yes.
nothing gets me like a choir.
like a freaking choir showing up.
Like that is just like chills. That is a music competition.
What about the mirror?
I want to
The
talk about
magic
that.
trick
Okay,
of the mirror.
I like the mirror for like maybe 5 seconds, but she was at the mirror for too long, I thought, and I just wanted to be like, you're like cutting yourself off.
Yeah, the trick needed to happen earlier, but that trick was freaking
that was
great.
really crazy.
Wait, that's not her.
Yeah,
That was
it's
so great. What a great idea.
But she sounded so good on this song.
This is a perfect song for her.
Yeah, we actually had one of our viewers on Twitter tweeted at Andrew_Butts, asked why did Usher give Michelle such a slow song? I think she's at her best when she gets to rock out. And I kind of agree.
Well,
She's
yes and
really
no.
at her best
See,
when
but-
she rocks out.
But what we were saying in the final moments was True Colors, and she wasn't rocking out for that.
See, but I think I think vocally, I just cut you off too, sorry.
That's fine.
I think vocally, she's the best when she can sing a ballad. I think maybe stage presence wise, it's more fun when she's rocking out. But like for me as a fan, this is when I connect to Michelle.
I like when she's singing a Pink song, something that's really ballad-like, but just bleeds from the heart.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what I want her to. That's what I want to see her sing.
Yeah, I don't know though, because I think if she would have done a fast song, it wouldn't have been as. She had a lot of good moments over the whole night.
Yeah.
And I think it's because her song choices were all so different.
I just hate that she does so many '90s songs. I feel like she's
So
sort
did
of
you didn't like
dating
you didn't
herself.
like this then?
I didn't love it.
Okay.
Oh, I love this. I
See, I
love
love
this
this
one.
too.
I liked the choir.
I loved everything about this one.
I just don't think it was great for the finale. I don't.
See, I think
you and I think this was perfect for the finale.
See, I think the choir moving in, and I think she needed another moment like this to remind us, like, hey, I'm actually a good singer.
I almost wish she did this
Yeah.
last
Because I haven't.
instead of second. I wish she did this one for her last song.
No,
would've been-
I loved her and
Oh,
her.
I love that one too. But I think this one had a more powerful way to end her season.
Yeah. But I don't know, I thought this was a good, and even like her looking in the mirror, just because there was that big dramatic moment back in the beginning of the season when she couldn't look at herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool that she like overcame that. But I don't know, I thought this was a good song choice for her.
I just couldn't connect with it.
I wonder if, because Annie Lennox has like a very
Eclectic.
fan. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like, not a middle America fan base.
Yeah.
Like
And I
a,
hope
like kind of
this
like a
doesn't-
cult classic
Yeah.
almost type of fan base.
So I hope this doesn't cut her off.
I think it
From-
gets those people that might tune into
Maybe.
The Voice.
But this, I mean, the song kind of has a gospel feel at the end, so that might win people over.
Because, like, I
Yeah.
don't know how we didn't think of her doing Annie Lennox earlier. Like,
Yeah.
she could do Sweet Dreams.
Because
Oh, yeah.
the thing is, it's like, I just think dating yourself in the 90s doesn't make you current, and it's not going back far enough to where people
So
really.
it's like a throwback.
Yeah, it's just sort of like your mom jeans.
But I felt like because she did Taylor Swift and then because she did that U2 and Mary J. Blige song, it's still pretty last 5 years current. So
Yeah.
I think it was okay.
Plus, there's like
tonight.
a million bajillion YouTube fans in the whole world.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves you too.
So let's talk about that. She did one with Usher. And first of all, let's talk about how amazing Usher sounded.
Well, even
Usher
in
all night.
the coach performance, he was fantastic
Yeah.
too.
Usher's the best to coach vocally,
Yeah.
performance-wise, everything. And he's like, Usher, put out an Unplugged album. Because,
I know, because
oh my
we
God.
haven't. Because I forgot
You're
Usher was a good
amazing.
live performer.
Yeah, just do like a
because we've
live
seen him
concert
do
without
so
the
many
dancing.
dance things.
Without the,
yeah.
I mean, as amazing as a dancer as he is, just sit there and sing.
Yeah, I would love that.
He's fabulous. I am so in love with Usher. Now, after The Voice, I mean, I loved Confessions is maybe
Great
one of my
album.
favorite albums.
Oh, for sure.
Ever. And I kind of want him to do something like that again where he is just raw and real and bringing it. And The Voice, I feel like, has given him the platform to really do that
I think so.
again.
Because I think he's expanding his. He already has a huge audience, but I think he's expanded it even more after the show.
Totally. I mean, he went and performed with Blake in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Did a country song there.
I almost feel like it's made him more of like a down-to-earth person, where I never like knew Usher's personality before, you know.
And by the way, now we just got to the point where Michelle's microphone turned on. Because
Yeah, it was
like the first
so
line or two
low,
of her
but
song, you can
I
barely
think partially
hear it.
that's her fault though, because she's not a belter at all. She almost like whisper sings. So I think it was probably
this
just
part of the
quiet.
song was quiet. Yeah, like the mic wasn't ready for her.
Yeah.
For that part, which.
But when
things
they
like
have
that can affect the
Oh, yeah.
downloads.
Totally.
But when they have their harmonies together, they're
Well,
like
and at this point now,
and
spot
it's
on,
so
fine,
good.
beautiful.
I really like their relationship. I really feel like Usher really does care about her and will really continue to see her in the
It almost
future.
reminds me of
Need
like the
America to
superhero and
vote
his
for Michelle.
sidekick.
We need America to vote for Michelle. We
She
need
is
America to
his
vote for Michelle.
sidekick. And you know what? It probably is. I was thinking was so many women come into Usher's life and probably are like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And she just seems like she's cooler than cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like she always calls him coach. Like, did you see when
Thanks,
he was
Coach.
meeting with her parents? Yeah, and she's like, oh, thanks, coach. Like, just so cute and just. I feel like, yeah, she's totally his sidekick. It's awesome.
I just love seeing how excited he gets watching her perform.
Yeah, it's so
Like
cute.
he's just like a proud mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a daughter. I think he has 2 boys.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's like his little.
Maybe.
It's like
His little
girl
daughter.
he never had.
Aw.
Aw, I just made that up. So
So that was good. You heard that here first.
yeah, that's right.
Before we get into Danielle Bradbury, we've got one more little announcement for you guys. Serial Buddies is still online and on iTunes.
Yeah, it is.
And all the money from Serial Buddies goes back into AfterBuzz, so we can keep doing these podcasts for free.
No pop-ups, no commercials, none of that.
No, nothing. And it's got everybody in it. Kathy Lee Gifford, Maria Menounos, Beth Bear's 2 Broke Girls.
Artie Lang, Christopher Lloyd.
The list goes on and on and on. So if you go to AfterBuzzTV.com, you can find a link to it, or you can find a link at SerialBuddies.com, spelt like the killer or the cereal.
Oh
to
yeah?
know. Yeah.
They get both?
They both take you there.
Wait, Cereal Buddies should come out with a cereal. I would get that.
It's got like
Cereal Buddies
little
cereal.
gun marshmallows.
Yeah, but or like
There's a
little
prize
like
in every
heads.
box.
Like instead of like Lucky Charms shapes, it's like a bloody head. I would eat that. That would be cool.
I would eat that.
I would eat that. Anyways,
Sorry. Give me a minute.
A rat covered in chloroform in every box. I mean, feed me more.
Oh my God. Well, guys, check that out. You won't regret it.
cereal
Made by
soon
Kellogg's.
to come.
What a great idea, Chloe.
She's on to something.
Speaking of great ideas, Danielle Bradbury singing with Blake.
Wait, great idea?
I don't know. I'm trying to be nice.
I think this is the worst
They
idea.
sang Timber, I'm Falling in Love. I will say, I like how excited Blake gets, almost like Usher gets. Like,
Yes.
he's so proud of her, and you can see it when he's singing. Blake, pick a fun song for her to do.
Seriously.
She's singing so lost in this
contemporary.
song.
They should have sang a Band Perry song together or something.
Yeah, or they could have gone like kind of more serious and done like a great ballad.
Don't
like,
You Want to Stay? They've already done that before, Sasha.
There's so many good country ballads with a guy and a girl, like countless. You know what I think they should have done was a Johnny Cash and.
Oh, see, that would have been so cute.
It would have been so cute because she kind of sounds like her and she's young and sweet, plays
Yep.
the same kind of character.
I will say though, she connects when there's other people on the stage. She gets like a spark in her, and she can like own the stage.
The group song when they brought everyone from this season in, just like the first line that she sang, that was more emotion
Yeah.
and more fun than she had in any of her 3 songs.
Well, and
Yeah.
she looked like a star then because she just kind of turned it on. I think because she just feels more comfortable.
I think honestly, after watching that happen with her singing with people on stage, I think what it is I think it's her nerves.
I think so too, but
I think her nerves shut her down, so all she does is sing, and she just becomes a deer in headlights.
Yep.
And I think it's all nerves because if you were watching the end of the show when they were running through the credits and running through her number, she looked like so stone cold.
Yeah.
And just like, but you're like, oh, this little girl must be she's really showing her age and her.
Yeah. That
And
was
basically
tonight was the
her
first night I
novice.
felt bad for her. Like, oh, she is so young.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
But
I don't know if that's an excuse or not.
It's not. You're in the finals. Yeah, you should naturally have some nerves, but they should not overcome you. You should know by now, if you've been part of this entire season for 3-4 months, to learn how to work with the nerves.
Yeah,
well, and I mean, vocally, she was the best tonight.
Vocally, she sounded great.
She sang everyone out of the water. And I think this will be good that she's comfortable with people on stage later on in her career, because if they just can get her a band that she performs with every time, I think she'll look a lot more comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
And own it that way.
And just someone to coach her through every performance. I think she'll be fine.
She needs a swag coach.
Do you guys think, like, when Blake was talking about how country artists text him, I was dying to know who it was. Like, did you hear him say that?
No.
Country artists will text him after she performs.
Oh, yeah.
And say how great she was.
I think Reba probably does.
That's what I was thinking. Was that maybe it was Reba, maybe Kelly?
Kelly.
Well, probably Miranda's texted him, oh, great job. Don't forget to buy orange juice on the way home. And
I know, because Blake, if you're on Team Blake, which is like smart to be on Team Blake, he's so well connected.
Yeah.
Well, the whole Nashville community.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. They all country singers live in Nashville. Their kids all go to the same schools.
Yep.
They all basically live in the same neighborhood. It's a very small, tight-knit community. There's no paparazzi in Nashville. So they're all really comfortable being out with each other and just kind of hanging out. And so, yeah, like, to be a country singer, you got to be on Team Blake.
In our inner circle, his manager is Reba's stepson, who is Kelly Clarkson's fiance. His wife's Miranda Lambert. His
is this a way of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon here?
No, his manager's dad is Reba's husband. So they're all like,
it's all connected.
He's got so many just within his family.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So Danielle is set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope he kind of brings Amber in a little bit, too.
I know.
Because she's so great. She deserves it.
I just am so sad to see her not in the finale.
Now, just, back to Danielle, though. What do we think of her second song? Because she did the Maybe It Was Memphis again. I personally thought she did it better this time.
She seemed
than
a little
did
more
last time.
connected this time than she did last time.
I think so,
liked that, unlike the Swan Brothers, she switched up the way she performed it.
Yes.
And she does look better with the band on stage with her, and she looked great. But again, like you said, the deer in headlights thing. Mm-hmm. And she sounds so good, though, is what's so messed up about it.
Vocally, she's
incredible.
They say flawless and everything.
She vocally can compete with anybody in country music right now.
She doesn't need to go to a recording studio. This is the cut for the album.
Yeah, honestly, if she can get the emotion down, she can have a lifelong career, I think.
But that's, like I'm saying, almost like a blessing and a curse. Yeah, this is great for the album, for people to buy. This is not what they want to hear when you're live in concert.
But I think if she's signed by a label, they're not going to let her go on the road and just wah. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think what will be great for her is, like, I'm really interested to see her sing with Hunter Hayes tomorrow at the finale.
I cannot wait for that.
Because it's going to be great.
Who said that one?
Who was right here?
I think something like that will be great. And I think just the more she performs, she'll get better.
Because she has gotten better from the beginning till now.
She has, but she
not
just
like
needs
drastically,
to
but I think if she sings an album of songs that she can relate to, because what was the one she sang last week? Rosemary's Granddaughter.
Yeah, that was great.
That one she was able to connect
so good because she lyrically could relate to it.
She finally had
so
one she could
hopefully
connect
when
to.
she makes an album, it will be age appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see her have fun. I feel like she doesn't have fun.
Songs about biology class.
Which is funny because when you see the behind-the-scenes videos of her, she's always laughing and joking.
Goofy, having a ball.
Yeah, but I really want to see her sing like a fun, like, you know how there's so many country songs that are like plays on the words and really funny.
Steven's saying Danielle will win 100% sure. We know, Steven.
No! Team Michelle! Team Michelle!
Well, Jason's wearing his glasses.
Yeah,
4 eyes
on the prize for Michelle, but
yeah,
she's not gonna win.
Yes, she is. Damn it!
She's great.
America will listen and do the right thing. It's country versus
you know
Michelle.
what? I will say if we're basing it on voice tonight, Danielle deserves it.
Yeah, she does. I mean, from all these performances, listening to Michelle, I was just like, Usher blew her out of the water. It was kind of a bad thing to go up with Usher.
I don't think he blew her out of the water in that
about
one. I
that.
think they have different voice types, but I do think like Danielle Danielle has a stronger voice. Danielle is a great vocalist.
Yeah,
I'm not saying she's not a great vocalist.
Michelle is more of an artist,
totally.
but
Who would you rather buy an album of?
well, if it was a live recording album, Danielle. But
Michelle's gonna have an amazing album.
yeah, oh yeah. Based off of tonight, if I'd never watched the show after tonight, I would have liked Why, but other than that, I would have been like, who's that girl?
It's interesting because I always like to talk to everybody I know about The Voice. And my mom, it's so frustrating because she's like, I don't get it. I don't get Michelle.
My mom told me the same thing. She texted me today. She's like, my whole family was together watching. They're like, we all know Danielle's gonna win. Why do you like Michelle? And I'm like,
But
what?
yeah, I don't understand why they don't get it.
I know my mom does the same thing.
She's so charismatic.
She's like like weeks ago. She said, Danielle, like the kid is winning this one, right? I'm
yeah,
like,
I think
she's not.
I think we all knew she was gonna win this whole time.
No.
We just didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, I wish Sasha or Judith or
Miracles
Amber
can happen.
were in the finale because at least it would have made it exciting.
Because there wasn't
this was a super boring
Yeah,
show.
there was no wow moment.
No.
tonight.
There really wasn't overall. There was no wow moment.
Nobody came out and I was not excited about any performance, and nobody really came out and just brought it and brought the house down.
And I think
There
this
was
season
none of that.
especially, we've had so many of those moments in the season
Yeah.
that it's kind of like this was kind of a
It was a very
disappointing finale.
Yeah, it was weird. We mentioned while we were watching it, as the season is drawn to a close, while we're watching it, we're becoming less and less interested.
Yeah.
In a way, just oddly because we're not thrilled overall with the finalists.
I also think what happened too was once we figured out the voting system, all you have to do is look on iTunes on Tuesday morning and you know who's gonna get
Be
voted
gone.
off.
Yeah, that's valid.
And it's kind of like, what's
I
the
don't
point
think
of
because
watching
what
on
are
Tuesday then?
the votes are doubled or they're like
No, 10 times.
I don't think that's fair.
If your song cracked the top 10, then those votes for that song will be multiplied by 10 for your overall
That's
score.
crazy.
But I guess I can see both arguments. For
I mean,
that.
you see it from
'Cause
the
at the same
producer
time, it's
side, 'cause
like,
they're making
well,
so much
they're
money.
selling the records. Why wouldn't they win?
Right.
But
My scoring system was better.
yeah, I don't know. They need to do because for American Idol, they don't even let the songs chart, so it's
Right.
like all a big mystery
Ah.
reveal. So I don't know. I think if it was people I liked, I'd be a lot more happy.
Yeah.
So Danielle's last song was "Born to Fly" by Sarah Evans. Vocally, again, no complaints. She sounds amazing.
Sounds good.
I thought this was a good song choice.
Such a good song
But
choice
she
for
should
her.
have been having fun.
She was bored out of her
You're
mind.
16 years old and you're in the finale of a #1 television show about to get signed to a record deal. Be a little more happy.
Being watched by
let-
how many millions and millions and millions of people?
Which I guess is a lot of pressure at the same time.
Sure.
But let it go, have some fun. They should have. I was gonna say give her alcohol, but I guess she's 16, so that's inappropriate.
She can't even have scratch tickets yet. What do you
She needs to do something.
She could have had a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Before we would
Or
perform,
7.
Before we would perform in high school, we would all get hopped up on some Red Bull and pixie sticks, and we'd have a dandy old time.
Oh
We used to snort pixie sticks
I was
in
gonna say,
choir.
I can imagine Danielle's green room, like if she's upset about something and she just has all these pixie sticks and the fun dip that she's just going on a huge sugar high because that's all she can do.
She needs to go on something. But it's so funny because she's such like a bubbly girl that she just can't put that into her performance.
Yeah, I thought this was a great song choice. Good job, Blake. Finally, and he even said she needs an upbeat song,
Yeah.
and you're like,
You
yes.
think, Blake?
I've been so bored, but it was great, and she sang it well, and it's a hard song to sing. I mean, Sarah Evans has a voice.
Oh, a voice.
Sarah Evans can sing.
But Danielle Bradbury, I think, sings better live than Sarah Evans.
I've
If
never
you've se-
heard Sarah Evans sing live.
I've only seen her on award shows, but it's
Is it rough?
really rough. Adam actually did CM2 Crossroads with her.
Oh, well, you know what's interesting about country music too, and why Danielle will do so well, is country is so about the live performances.
Yep.
I mean, country shows sell out summer after summer after summer. They're always full, and you cannot put an album out for 2 years. People are still gonna come to your
Oh,
show.
for sure.
Yep.
Country music is so much about live music. The Nashville scene is so much about that. And because Danielle sings so well live, she's gonna do so well.
That's why Garth Brooks right now sells out every night in Vegas.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I do
wow,
think
yeah.
this is also why she needs to work on her stage presence because
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, we've said this time and time again, maybe not the best live vocalist, but Taylor Swift can sing a line and like rip out your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Danielle, I really think she can learn to do that, and I think having her own songs is gonna help. But if she could do that sooner rather than later, I'd be a lot happier.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
saying.
Me too.
But anyways, she's gonna win.
No, she's not. Everyone vote for Michelle. I have voted as many times as I can online. When I go home, I'm downloading the iTunes songs.
Download them everywhere.
We need Michelle to win.
Download us on iTunes too and rate us.
That would be important also, as
We
a
would
matter
love
of fact.
that since it's our last show.
And
There's
like-
lots of comments.
From five stars.
You
and
guys
all those
will
5
miss
stars.
you so much. And
I know. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone.
thank you. We really appreciate it. And I cannot wait until Christina and CeeLo are back.
Are back in action, and we'll be back
Woo!
too. Don't worry.
Do you
Yeah.
think they're going to come back with a vengeance?
Oh yeah, because Christina's gonna be back with a vengeance tomorrow. Because she's got a rockin' hot bod now.
She's
Have
got
you
a
seen
new
it?
body. Ooh,
Oh,
girl.
yes,
She's singing with Cher.
Yes, I have seen it.
Which is gonna be gonna be a train wreck.
No. They were in burlesque together.
No, I
Speaking
mean
of train
Cher
wrecks.
is gonna be a train wreck.
Oh. Cher is going to be. That was a good one.
Am I lying?
I kinda love
Am I
that movie.
lying?
I know, me too. Cher is going to be.
Why am I not surprised?
Amazing.
My favorite movie is from Justin DeKelly, so I really have no taste.
Oh, dear God.
Oh my God.
I'm
So
done.
d-
I'm
don't-
done. I'm done.
Bye, Christian. Have a good night.
Ay.
Yes, Christina will be amazing. Cher cannot really sing.
If she sings.
I'm a really bad gay man because
you
I hate
believe
Cher.
in love after love? I can feel something.
What the hell has happened in the
I
last
don't know.
90 seconds of the show?
Guys,
What just happened?
Chloe's mic just got cut. Let's get into some predictions.
Oh my God. That was my Cher impression.
What other predictions can we
Who's
do?
gonna win?
Michelle! Michelle's winning! She will pull it off!
Little Miss Danielle Bradbury.
Yep, Danielle Bradbury is winning. Those are our predictions for the night.
What if the Swan Brothers win?
I will. I'm not going to joke about that on AfterBuzz. I will do bad things.
Jason, who's going to be at the show tomorrow? Our
Yeah,
show.
let's talk about our show.
Tomorrow. Funny you mentioned that because one of the contestants just followed me on Twitter. Hey. So we've got coming back, returning Katrina Parker.
Yeah.
She was in here before. She's
That's
awesome,
our girl.
obviously.
That's our girl.
We have Pip
Pep.
Awesome.
from Team Adam. I believe he was season
think
2 or 3.
Yes,
2 or 3.
I think.
We have Raquel.
Yep. Team Christina Aguilera.
We have Aaron.
Yep. She was Team Adam season 2.
And we potentially have. Oh, we also have Angel Taylor.
Love
Adam.
her.
She
Very
has an
excited for that one.
amazing voice. And she's going to sing live with us, too.
Yep. And Aaron will
And
as
we
well.
potentially
Potential.
have. Dun, dun, dun! Judith Hill is
Judith.
going to be coming on.
Judith is trying her best. She's performing in the finale, so she's going to have to run to us. But y'all, we got her.
And
She's
that's all
coming
gonna
on.
that's all gonna take place at 8 o'clock.
On the dot.
On the dot. We're starting at 8 o'clock.
We're doing
and
the show
rocking this out.
before the show.
And then
Yeah.
and then everyone's gonna stick around and watch the finale.
It's going to be before Buzz TV.
We're pre-gaming this.
That's a pregame. That's a great way to
Oh,
put
are,
it.
are
We're
we allowed to
pre-gaming.
drink during the show?
Oh.
Probably.
Interesting.
Maybe pull a
Interesting.
Blake and put it in our fancy
Yeah, in our
AfterBuzz
Starbucks
cups.
cup.
Yeah, we gotta get Starbucks cups for them.
But yeah, it's going to be awesome, you guys. It's going to be a great show. If you're in the Los Angeles area, even if you're 2 hours away, it's going to be totally worth it. It's at
Yes.
Universal City. They tape The Voice at Universal, so we are right there. And we are going to be right in the mix of the whole finale with all other super fans of The Voice. It's the best way to watch the finale. Come, hang out, celebrate. It's going to be great. And watch the former Voice contestants perform their new
Yes,
stuff
please
before
do.
anybody else can hear it.
That's
You'll hear
right.
it here first.
So
Exclusive.
guys, until tomorrow, where can they find you?
Well, until tomorrow, you can find me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. I also host WWE Main Event AfterBuzz on Thursday nights. And I just want to say real quick, I love you two. No, seriously, because like with well, think about like my wrestling stuff, because obviously all the things I do with wrestling, that's year round. That never ends. And I feel really awkward that this is like the season finale right now.
We'll be back in the fall,
I
Christian.
know, but
Don't worry.
it just feels weird.
It's just a
weird.
summer break.
I know, but I miss you guys.
Hags.
Hugs. Where can they find you, Chloe? Love you like a sister.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr at Chloe West X. And I also host the So You Think You Can Dance After Show Wednesday night.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Vine at Jason Ikeler. And I host the Kardashians episode on Sundays and Twisted on Wednesdays. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Code ABTV.
Hashtag Jason Ikeler.
Hashtag Jason Ikeler.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.